Welcome back, YouTube. It is a great day to be different. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show you guys how to be different. We got a ball drop fade with a nice little part and a detailed beard trim, man. First things first, we're gonna brush, comb, lay every single thing down. Looking for any type of inconsistencies or anything that's gonna prevent us from giving this man a nice haircut, as you can see. So we're gonna go straight into the first step of the fade process. We're gonna start the bald line, and as you can see, as I get closer to the back, I'm going to start dropping and contouring this fade to the shape of the head. Yes, sir. Clean that up real nice. Get behind the ear. Move the ear out of the way. Make sure it's real nice and bald, and we're gonna walk it to the other side. I usually start at the bottom of the vertical bar, as you can see right there, and then we're gonna drop it towards the back to match the other side.
That's my bad boy.
Yes, sir. Make sure it's nice and clean, and then we're gonna move on to the debulking stage. As you can see right here, I have the one guard all the way open, and I'm starting where the cowlick is, and we are going to go wherever their hair takes us. We're going with the grain. So wherever the hair is growing is the way that we are following, slowly but surely, going all the way through the front end of the edge up. Yes, sir. As you can see back here, following that cowlick and taking whatever it gives us. Now we aren't gonna debulk all the way down to the bottom of the head. There's no point. We're gonna save some time. We already know it is a bald fade, bald drop fade. So after we balded it out, we're gonna follow the steps. So there's no need to clear all that bulk because we're gonna fade into that anyways. So we're gonna set the guide, we're gonna set the foundation at the top with the one guard all the way open, and we're gonna blend right into that. As you can see, next step, no guard all the way open. As you can see right here, why we didn't debulk all the way down, because we're taking it off anyways. Trust the process, trust the steps, keeping that same contour drop towards the back, and we're gonna go up about an inch all the way around. If you gotta go over certain spots more than once, highly recommend, make sure it's nice and even. The cleaner the canvas is, the better. Next step, one guard, second notch, we're gonna go up about another inch. And we're just gonna walk that to the other side as well. Nice and clean. As you can see, keeping my guidelines nice and even, and making sure within those guidelines, the hair is nice and even as well. Using the brush to clean off any debris, any excessive hair that's getting in the way of seeing what I'm supposed to see. After that, we're gonna keep that one guard on, and we're gonna go straight into the detail process. We're gonna start feathering the rest of that bulk out of there. Remember, we used the one guard all the way open to debulk, so we shouldn't have to go anything higher than this one guard a lot of the times. Every now and then you may have to throw on that 1.5 guard, but that really just depends on the texture. It really depends on the client. So luckily for us, we were able to save time and didn't have to go to that 1.5 guard. So we kept that one guard on, we're going up, and we're detailing. To take that line out, using nothing but your corners, attacking nothing but the dark spots. Maybe a little flick out, but we're using the curve of the head, the roundness of the head, to help us blend straight into the bowl. you can see me tilting and over exaggerating the clipper, going against the grain as well. So at certain parts of the head, the hair is growing in a different direction. So we have to tilt the clipper to match that direction. All right, now that we got that bulk cleared out, as you can see all three of those lines, we're gonna start attacking the middle line. Half guard, we're gonna start off closed. The higher you go up, the more you want to open your lever, midway, and then eventually all the way open. And we're gonna attack both of those lines. So we're gonna start at the middle line, and then once you get open, by the time you are all the way open with this half guard, half plus half, you do the math, it equals 1. So it should take out that line that the 1 guard set in. We're still detailing using nothing but your corners. We aren't moving the line. As you can see, we did not create any other lines to take out the line. We just displaced that line, notch by notch, using nothing but your corners, attacking nothing but the dark spots, using your feather technique. Very important. Hit, brush, hit, brush. Yes, sir. As you can see, this fade coming together. Still using nothing but your corners. No guard. Started off closed. Took out that bald line. As you go up higher, you want to move midway and eventually all the way open. As you can see right there, flicking that lever. Lever work is very, very important. It will save you a lot of time, save you a lot of steps, and it will blurry your blend. Yes, sir. Fade coming together real nice. Just a little bit more detail work. And we're gonna move on to the other side. Yes, sir. Here goes the other side, guys. It's the exact same steps. I'm gonna let you guys have it, and we will be back for the edge up process. All right, well, we are back for the edge up process. Remember, guys, we used hairspray earlier to get the hairline to freeze. But we're gonna start right in the middle, and we're gonna walk it to the left side. It does not matter which side that you walk it to first. Me, I'm usually standing on the left side based off of the way that my station is set up, so that is the side that I usually go to first. But once we walk it to the left, we're gonna go right back into the middle, and we're gonna start walking into the right to get it to match. The hairspray is very important for this step because, as you can see, he has light spots in the corners, but it's gonna allow us to still make a crispy, sharp line and keep the light spots from disappearing on us. We're creating what we call a ghost line So we can see the line all the way across the head, all the way across the forehead. Yes, sir. We're gonna punch in that corner, attack that vertical bar, throw some pencil on it for some contour. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. We're gonna attack that corner, punch in that vertical bar, make sure it's nice and clean. Throw some pencil on it for some contour. Yes, sir. Look at that boy. That boy happy. He know his edge up about to be clean in just a minute. Eesh. But we are now into the enhancement stage. So we're going to throw down the wet base first. This is going to give us a foundation so that right here at this stage, we're going to follow up with the dry fibers and create a nice natural looking edge up. So wet enhancements first, foundation to give the wet foundation to give the dry fibers something to stick to. As you can see right there, it's very important that the wet enhancement is wet when you apply the dry fibers so that it will stick. The dry fibers is so that you can get rid of that shiny wet look and give it a much more natural appeal. As you can see right here, very important for pictures and very, very important for videos. Boom. Filled in those light spots with the enhancements. Nice and clean. Looks a lot more natural that way. We're gonna follow with some hairspray just to get it to hold, get those dries to set in. And we're gonna move in to the part process. Remember I told you guys we're putting a part. So we're gonna walk this part all the way back. This part right here requires some type of artistic ability. You have to be able to see it. Sometimes I step back, take a look at the head, see how the head is shaped, and then we punch in the line based off of the way that the head tells me. I know that sounds funny, but I'm telling you, sometimes the hairs will point in the direction that you need to go. You just got to look at it, take a listen, and follow suit, man. So we're gonna tap that in by setting in a line, and then we're gonna turn the trimmers over and set the bottom line. Every part, in my opinion, has two different lines to it, and that's the top line, as you can see right there. Punching in, cleaning up that top line. And then there's a bottom line. As you can see right here, while I turn the trimmers over, here's the bottom line. I'm setting in that bottom line to make it nice and crispy. Make sure everything in between the top and the bottom line is cleaned up. And that's how you get that real nice pop look. Boom. Now I'm cleaning up the top line again. Yes, sir. And now we are attacking the bottom line. Yes, sir. Easy day. I like to throw down the enhancements first before I set in the parts, usually, because it's easier to clean up or trim off, wipe up the enhancements afterwards, rather than trying to apply enhancements around the part, if that makes sense. Especially when you got hitters. Those trimmers just ate straight through the enhancements with no issues. Yes, sir. Coming together real nice. Easy day. So now after that, we're gonna throw some hot sauce on them. It's gonna allow me to push that pencil over, as you can see right there. Give it that razor blade effect and clean up any overspray of the wet or dry enhancements. I like to do this after I set that part in and after I do the lineup, because anything that you didn't clean up with the trimmers, that's what this hot sauce is gonna allow you to do. Make the lineup pop just a little bit more. Hit the hot sauce on the other side, same thing, push that pencil over, give it that razor blade effect, without having to use a razor. Very important for those barbers who aren't comfortable with using the razor blade, but still want to give that razor blade look. As you can see right there, we're gonna push that over. Give it that razor blade finish, as you can see right there, especially when you lean them back, how nice and thin and crispy that white line is on the vertical bar. Looks like you use a razor blade on it, but didn't have to pull the razor blade out. Will be the same later on. After I finish this beard, you'll be able to see how the razor blade on the beard looks compared to the vertical bar without having to use a razor on the vertical bar and using a razor blade on the beard, how much they resemble each other. Very, very important. But he wanted his mustache separated from his actual beard. So that's what we're gonna do right here. We're gonna get rid of that hair that connects the beard with the mustache. We're gonna set in a line, and then we're gonna follow up with some fibers. We're gonna fill in those light spots. As you can see, he had light spots in his beard, and we have the tools to make that look better and make it pop a little bit more. So that's what we're gonna do. Yes, sir. Boom. Then we're gonna throw some pencil on it for some contour. And we're gonna hit it with some hairspray to get those fibers to stick. Boom. We're gonna blend in that pencil. That way it's not so harsh. It's supposed to contour, make it pop. But you don't want it to look like you drew it on. So we're using it like makeup. It's gotta blend. Everything's gotta look pretty. Then we're gonna throw that razor blade. Stretching the skin, 45-degree angle. I'm pushing that pencil down. Yes, sir. Keeping the skin stretched. Clean up any excessive hair. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Yes, sir. Separating the mustache from the beard.
That's my bad boy.
We're gonna set in our line, our guideline, the top line, and we're gonna throw some fibers on it. Get it to pop. Gonna fill in those lighter spots. Yes, sir. As you can see right there, throw some pencil on it for some contour. Hit it with the hairspray. Get the fibers to hold. And then we're gonna throw that razor blade on them. Stretching the skin, 45-degree angle. And man, look at that fade from this angle though, man. Sheesh. Yeah, that fade is crazy from this angle. Love it. I love it. You guys let me know what you think of this angle right here. Put down in the comments exactly what you think. But look at the vertical bar and look at the beard. We did not use a razor blade on the vertical bar, but we did use a razor blade on the beard. Same effect, two different ways. Very important. Very, very important to dig down, to have a lot of different techniques in your bag to give you the same look on multiple different clients, because not every client can take a razor blade, and not every client can take trimmers that hit, especially like kids, especially people with sensitive skin who are allergic to the metal of razors, or just have sensitive skin, period. It just falls off the bone. So we're gonna attack this mustache, clean it up, give you guys a different angle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit them with some hot sauce. We're gonna disinfect, do a little detail work, clean up any excessive hairs, trim any wild things. Yes, sir. Clean. We're gonna get that boy the mirror, and he gonna give it back. He like, I don't even know why you gave this to me. I did not need that. You know why I'm here. I didn't need that mirror. But you guys remember what he came in looking like, man. Yes, sir. You guys remember, he came to be absolutely,
That's my bad
positively different, man. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yes, sir. That's different. That's clean. That's clean. You guys let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Whatever you guys got to do to keep me on your timeline, man. It's Kriispy. And that's Kriispy. We out of here. Peace.